Hey, what's going on, guys? Destructinator here, and today we're back with yet another gameplay, and this time I've got an absolutely insane one for you guys. This is a 56 gun streak on the map Whiteout, using the AK-12, and it's in about 4 minutes and 40-something seconds, I'd say, so absolutely crazy, really fast-paced. It is with a full party, we were playing Clan Wars, having a good time, and I do get 100+ specialists, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay, but this is not really going to be about the gameplay, but it's really fast-paced, so hopefully it'll be good for you guys. Either way, let's get right into the commentary topic. So what I want to talk about today is kind of something that happened at school the other day, and it's when kind of not having something and then getting it is better than having it from the start. So if you guys don't understand, you will in a second, but so let's set up the scene. So I take French, and we have daily quizzes in French. Basically, we get some homework, but the main aspect is quizzes. We have little 10-point quizzes every day, and it's like you study a couple pages the night before, and then you have a quiz on it the next day. So I do pretty well in French. I get pretty much straight A's in French, and the teacher's like, he grades the quiz. He's like, good job, and whatever. So then there's some other kids in my class who are like, they're okay, but they're not that great. They get kind of B's and C's alternating, more on the C side, and so every now and then, like, it might be a kind of easy-ish quiz, or maybe they decided to study a lot or something, and they'll get an A. And the teacher's like, wow, man, this is really good. I'm really happy for you. Like, keep it up. This is really good. And it just kind of leaves me sitting there, like, so they can do worse than me the entire time, and, like, as soon as they do almost as good or as good as me, they get, like, all this kind of reward and, like, praise and stuff. And I mean, it kind of makes sense, because it's like, well, they finally put initiative, and the teacher wants to show them that, like, with that initiative comes reward. But it's really annoying, for me at least sometimes, because I just don't, it seems like there's no point almost into just being good in the first place, because what does it matter if you're good and then you don't really get that much credit for it, I guess you could call it, and then here's this other person who's usually bad all the time, Chemstrike right there, who's usually bad all the time, and then they get credit for it when they do, like, one thing good. And so this has happened a couple times. Same thing with my little brother. I'm generally like a good kid, I guess. I'm basically a nerd. I don't do anything like drugs or drink or anything or I don't do anything bad, at least. So my brother is he's 10 years old. He's in 5th grade, and he got into trouble with, like, the academic dean or whatever, something for students. And so he got into trouble, and then, like, he, for once, like, the next week or so, he was acting, like, really nice and polite and stuff. And my parents were like, wow, you're just so great, like, good job for acting nice. And I'm just sitting here like, what about me? I'm acting nice all the time, and you guys don't say jack crap. And then, like, when you do bad, people are like, I expected more of you. And it's like, why'd you expect more of me? Like, what the hell are you talking about? So it's that kind of thing. It's kind of, it might come off as a little douchey for me to be like, why are people getting credit for doing good and I'm not? But it is kind of a thing, and I'm sure you guys have had this experience before, whether or not it was like academics or sports or whatever. But it's kind of annoying. I don't want to come off as douchey, but I mean, that's what I think. It's kind of this little thing, and that also goes into the idea of when niceness and kindness and generosity and that kind of thing becomes expected. So let's say you're with your friend, right? And this actually happened to me. One of my friends at school, he makes music, and he does dubstep music and, like, techno and electronic and whatever. And so he wanted a album cover for his new song, and it was a really good song. So I was like, dude, let me try to make you one. I'm trying to learn how to use Photoshop, and I'll make you one. And he's like, oh, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I went, and I worked for probably like an hour and a half on it, and it came out really good. It was nice and clean and simple, but I thought it was really good. And he was like, oh my god, this thing is amazing, dude. And I'm like, dude, no, don't worry about it. He's like, I owe you so much. And then so the next night he comes back, and he's like, hey, would you also mind making me a logo too? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I spent another 2 hours on it. I think it looks good, and I send it to him, and he's like, this is okay, but, like, can you do this and this? And he's like, this is not really that good. And I'm like, okay, dude, I'll try. So I had to do homework and stuff for the rest of the night. And he talked to me the next morning. He's like, dude, why didn't you finish it? And I'm like, what do you mean, why didn't I finish it? He's like, dude, you said you do the logo, and you didn't finish it. And he's like, why didn't you do that? And I'm like, dude, I had stuff to do. He's like, come on, dude. And it was, we didn't say dude that much, but it was really annoying for me at least, because I was just doing something for him, like doing him a favor and being nice, and then he starts to expect it and he gets upset when I'm not nice. So I don't know, you know, it happens to the best of us, but it's just a little pet peeve of mine. So if you guys have any situations like that, let me know in the comment section. Put a little story of what's happened to you. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. 56 gun streak with the AK-12 on Whiteout, 114 kill specialist. My name is Destructinator and I'm out. Peace.
From all the